لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك الملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So we have technical problem, right? And also we have about more than 80 people, mostly from different states. So we'd like to, inshallah, send the link. Even if you miss it, inshallah, they can receive YouTube, inshallah. And the first thing that in this Hajj training, we just focus to the fiqh of the Hajj training, because any type of worship, whether it's salah, fasting, hajj, zakat, have to be based on two things. Number one is a niyyah, intention, and number two, we have to do it accordingly. That means following the Quran and the Sunnah, right? So therefore, fiqh of Hajj is very important. That will determine our Hajj will be accepted or not. And the second Hajj training, inshallah, we're going to talk about how our Hajj to be accepted. To gain Hajj Mabrur. So basically, we talk about spiritual Hajj, the journey of the Hajj. And it's very important also. Maybe your fiqh is correct. Tawaf, sa'i, all this because Allah. We talk about our Hajj step by step. So we take training, right? So the first one is about what? About the fiqh, right? So two things have to be important. Number one is the intention, niyyah. And very interesting is the Holy Quran. When Allah asks us to do something, He gives us direct command. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu aqimus salah wa atuz zakah. Or you believe, establish salah and pay zakat. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. Or you believe, fasting is mandatory. Right? But for Hajj, very interesting. He started by saying, وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ. He started by saying, وَلِلَّهِ, only for Allah, that Hajj is mandatory. Only for Allah. Why is it? Because no one after praying want to be called, hey, call me Musalli, I just pray. Or after you finish Ramadan, hey, call me Sa'imi. So nobody like. But when people went for Hajj, in return, some people want to be called Hajj, Haji Hassan, Haji Aisha, right? Want to be called. It is true. One day I have my father-in-law mentioned that his friend has come from Hajj. His name was Hassan. I said, Hassan, he didn't want to answer. Hassan, 3 times. For Haji Hassan, yes. I said, man doesn't know, I nobody call you Hassan. Right? So therefore, we make sure that the purpose of Hajj is, in some country, when you come for Hajj, they decorate the house with the Kaaba, picture of Kaaba. Oh, this is, they come from Hajj. But if people call you Hajj, it's okay. Right? And by the way, in the Arab custom, long time ago, when people said Hajj, that meant like a reminder, that warning. Because mostly, people come from Hajj, and they're doing something not good. Ya Haji, Ya Haji, you are Hajj man, how you do that? Right? That's the beginning. They call Hajj That means that you're not supposed to do that because you are Hajj. Yeah? Right. And the second, you have to do it accordingly. Suppose your intention is good, that's not enough. Right? So you have to learn about manasik al-Hajj. So Hajj training is wajib. You have to. Because in Islam, there is two fard. They call fardu ayn and fardu kifaya. Fardu ayn, that means what? You have to do it individually. You cannot say, Brother Arif, I'm tired, can you pray for me? Can you fast for me? No, you cannot. Right? Because of fardu ayn. But we have fardu kifaya. That means if some people do it, you are okay. But if nobody do it, everybody will get punished. Like pray jama'ah, pray janazah, right? Nobody do akad nikah, and many things. Right? No. Knowledge about Hajj is fardu ayn or fardu kifaya. Fardu kifaya, if you have imam, know about Hajj, is enough. But when you wait for Hajj, it's become what? Become fardu ayn. Right? Fardu ayn. Right? But when you wait for Hajj, the knowledge of Hajj become what? Fardu ayn. So each one of us, we have to learn about the Hajj. Okay. Let me start with this hadith, very interesting hadith. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما ترفع إبل الحاج رجلا ولا تضع يدا إلا كتب الله بها حسنة. This talk about long time ago when you come for Hajj, you're riding what? Ibil. Ibil means the camel. So everything the camel, they lift their leg and then put down their hand. Right? You get three things. Allah write down one hasana, and then Allah remove one bad deed, and Allah elevate 1 degree. So imagine, if you're from Medina, the camel will take many steps. How many steps? And then you're from US, even you are by airplane, but Allah consider like you are walking there. That's the reward of the Hajj, right? This is the ayah, as I mentioned. We just read it, right? Then Allah SWT said in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah, Al-Hajju Ashhurun Ma'lumat. Hajj is in the fixed months, the 3 months. Dhul Qaidah, right? Dhul Hijjah, right? Muharram. These are called holy months, right? So Hajj starts from the day of Shawwal. Shawwal, Dhul Qaidah, Dhul Hijjah, right? And the holy month is Dhul Qaidah, Dhul Hijjah, Muharram. And what's the months alone? Anybody? Rajab, right? Yeah. So therefore, anybody come to Makkah if they intend to do Hajj, right, in Shawwal, right, they already consider that Umrah of Hajj. For example, if you go Hajj on Shawwal, so Shawwal, Dhul Qaidah and Dhul Hijjah. And even the word, very interesting, Dhul Qaidah, from the word Qa'ada, we sit down. Because the Arab used to travel in the summer and the winter, right? That the Shitai was safe. But after Shawwal, Dhul Qaidah, they are relaxed. They're sitting down like this, Qa'ada, waiting people coming. Because they're starting coming now, right? فَمَنْ فَرَضَ فِيهِنَّ الْحَجَّ فَلَا رَفَثَ وَلَا فُسُوقَ وَلَا جِدَالَ فِي الْحَجِّ. So, during the Hajj, there's 3 things that we have to pay attention. Number one is Rafat. Rafat means any connection between husband and wife. Rafat not only intercourse, any type of love. So during Hajj, you can say, hey honey, right? You have to be firm. You have to forget over there, right? Because one time I was in the bus, and the brother was talking to his wife, Habibti. I said, I miss you now. I said, you're wearing ihram. Right? Because the purpose of Hajj, you have to forget everything. Only thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? And then wickedness, say bad words, and this is the most difficult during the hard time. You will see people forget. You know, if you went to Hajj before, you have experienced it. People call me, people say bad words, right? And then debate or argument, angry. And all these will not destroy the Hajj, but destroy what? The reward of Hajj. Right? I always give advice. If you cannot control your anger, don't come for Hajj. Because during Hajj, you get to be tired. You in the iPad, come down. It's a long time ago. People, when they come for Hajj, they have difficulties in traveling. Dusty, riding camel and horse. But as soon as they arrive in Makkah, they are like in Jannah. Because Makkah people, they are so nice. On that time. No, it's opposite. No, the travel not difficult. By airplane to Frankfurt and then landing. But as soon as you arrive there, then the difficulty is starting. Don't think like you are in America. Everything organized, everything lined up. Over there, people not used to it. People will do something, and alhamdulillah, better and better every year, but we have to be prepared. People will yell at you, rude at you, maybe you line up, somebody has come. Many things happen, right? And this is the most important in Hajj. Because Hajj, you have to make a peace. You know, during the Hajj, when you are wearing ihram, you cannot even pick up the cut of the trees or kill the animals. If you have to make peace with animals, with trees, how about the human being? Right? That's the most important. So he said, وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. Whatever good you do, Allah knows it. وَتَزَوَّدُوا. Bring provision. Right? And the best provision, the best thing you bring is taqwa, piety. Right? And in Surah Al-Imran, Allah mentioned about among the signs of muttaqin, right? الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ. The meaning of the ayah, that means the one who always care about the others. And then وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. The one who able to control al-ghayb. Al-ghayb means like you already flaming, you already very angry, somebody step on you, somebody pick your spot, you already angry, right? And then you said, no, kadhimin, you control. Then not only that, you said, wal-afin, and then you forgive them. Right? That's the meaning of taqwa here. Right? Now, to give you motive, you know, you have to know the first one, the excellence of Hajj. Right? Number one, Hajj, one of the best deed. Number two, Hajj, form of jihad. Number three, Hajj, wipe off past sin. D, Hajj or pilgrims are Allah's guests. The reward of Hajj is paradise. And the excellence of spending in Hajj. And that is always talk about in details of. So the first one, Hajj is the best deed based on the hadith. When Abu Hurairah asked the Prophet Rasulullah, Ma ayu a'mal afdal, what's the best deed? He said, Iman in Allah, believe in Allah and His Messenger, and then say what? And jihad, fi sabilillah, and then what? He said, Hajj mabrur. Hajj mabrur. Iman, right? And then jihad and Hajj Mabrur is one of the best deeds. Another hadith, Aisha was asked, Rasulullah, we know that jihad is one of the best deeds. Can we make jihad? That means woman. It's Aisha. Rasulullah said, Lakin after min al-jihad. Aisha, you know what's better than jihad for you? Hajj Mabrur. So therefore, since Aisha, he heard this hadith, you know how many times he made Hajj? 60 times. Aisha, because from Medina, right? He never missed every year to do the Hajj. Right? One day, Umar bin As, after he became Muslim, he came to the Prophet and he shook his hand like this tightly. Rasulullah said, Umar, what did you do? Why? You pressed my hand. He said, Rasulullah, give me condition. What condition? So Umar, he just became Muslim for 2 weeks maybe. Right? Rasulullah, I know, you don't know what I did in the past. Just name it. I commit all this kind of sin. Drinking, yes, zina, everything. Right? Do you think Allah will forgive my sin? Then Rasulullah said, Amma alimta anna al-Islam yahdi ma qablahu. Don't you know that Islam wiped out everything in the past? And Hijrah wiped out everything in the past. And then last one, and Hajj yahdi ma kana. And Hajj wiped out everything in the past. This hadith for us might be not too much, the effect of this hadith. I used to work in prison. So after somebody took Shahada, and I mentioned the hadith. Hey brother, you are like new baby. You are better than me. Everything in the past forgiven. And they cry. Sheikh, are you sure? Say, yeah. And for us, of course, Hajj Mabrur. Shaitan never cry except twice. When is it? The night Qadr at the Pole, right? And during the Arafat Hajj. Because maybe Shaitan, this man is my best friend. He always listens to me, right? And then he was in Arafat. Because when you are in Arafat, right, Allah will call the angels. He said, look down. The angel looked down. And he said, bear witness that I forgive all of you. When Rasulullah mentioned this hadith, Bilal asked Rasulullah, is it only for us? He said, no. For all people. So therefore, one of the great sin, if you are stand up in Arafat and you feel Allah will not forgive you, it's considered you commit what? It is the hadith said. So never in your heart you have suspicion. Oh, I am guilty, I don't think so. Right? So you have to make sure Allah will forgive you, inshallah. So when you come for Hajj, it's Al-Hajjaj wal-Ummar wa'Abdullah. You are the guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not the guest of King Salman, King Muhammad. You are the guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So therefore we have to know the proper the etiquette. If the White House invite you, a certain etiquette. So inshallah we'll talk about that. What the etiquette when you get to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right. The excellence of spending in Hajj. He said, "An-nafaqu fil Hajj kan-nafaqu fi sabilillah bi-sab'ati da'bin." The money spent for Hajj is like the money spent fi sabilillah, and Allah multiply it to 700. Right? Another hadith that you follow up between Hajj and Umrah because they will wipe out or will prevent you from being poverty. So no one become poor because what? Hajj. Oh man, I become poor. Why? So the hadith said, Hajj give you what? More barakah, more rizki. Yeah. So that's the excellent Hajj. Now the condition for Hajj. Number one, must be Muslim. right? If you never come to Makkah, when you drive from Jeddah or from Medina, before you enter Makkah, there's non-Muslim, turn right. You cannot go to the Hajj. Yeah. Must be adults. If you bring children, it's okay, but when they become adult, have to go Hajj again. Must be of sound or state of mind, right? Must be free, must have necessary power and ability, right? Type of Hajj. There is 3 types of Hajj. Number 1 called Ifrad. Ifrad means to do Hajj and then Umrah. No doubt. That means slaughter one leg, right? And this is not for us. This is for people who are live in Makkah, or mostly ambassador or president. They just come the day of Arafat, but one day before Hajj. We cannot do that, because on the 4th of the Hijjah, Jeddah will close. You cannot enter Saudi Arabia. That's the rule, right? But if you're an ambassador, you are there, it's special, right? Because you can do that, but then you have to wear ihram for 8 days until the Hajj will end in 5 days, right? So what we're going to do is called Tamattu. Tamattu means to do Umrah and then Hajj. Because our plan, we go to Medina first, and then in Medina, you do Umrah to Makkah. Finish Umrah, we take up our ihram, right? We just wearing regular clothes. You go to pray every day, right? Every time. Then on the 8th of the Hijjah, you wear the ihram again. That's the Hajj. Because you do Tamattu, so you have to pay down, right? And some ulama said Tamattu is the best type of Hajj because there is sacrifice in it, right? Sacrifice in it. And the last one called Qiran, to do Hajj and Umrah at the same time. These people who are in hurry, right? Mostly the king and the friends, they come here, they want to leave, right? So they do combine together. It's 7 times, same, right? And Sa'i 7 times, right? And they have to pay down because they want to be in a hurry, right? So what we're going to do is Tamattu. We do Umrah first. Yeah. So therefore it is intention during Hajj. So therefore why Hajj need to be with Imam, with somebody lead you. Even when I was student in the first day of Hajj, my friend had to lead me. You know, like you drive a car, in the beginning somebody will. Even the Sahaba, you know, when they went to Hajj, Rasulullah appointed somebody, what do you know, to lead them. Because after that, because the intention that because inshallah when we are in the bus, I'm going to tell you what intention. Because you make wrong intention, then also you change from Ifrad into Tamattu or into the Qiran. Yeah. So what is Umrah? First from Umrah. Umrah is the first one is you wearing ihram. Difference between wearing ihram and intention. So mostly we are in the hotel, you know, of course, take shower, everything, and then wearing ihram, no intention. You go to Bir Ali, that's our miqat. You pray 2 rakats, and then you ride the bus. That's in the bus, we start making intention. نويت الأمرة وأحرمت بها لله تعالى أو لبيك اللهم الأمرة. Right? So you have to make intention before you pass the miqat. If you pass the miqat, you forget to make intention, then you have to pay down the sanction. Right? So, wearing ihram, make intention, and then you do tawaf, right? We talk about that, and then sa'i, and then tahallul. Tahallul means you trim it or you shave your hair. Right? By doing that, you ihram your umrah fees. That means you can wear your regular clothes again, right? Now, because you're going to be the first time that you enter Makkah, So during the time we have to do beside Tawaf Umrah called Tawaf Qudum. When you come to masjid, it's sunnah to do what? Tahiyatul Masjid. When you enter Masjid Haram, it's sunnah what? To do Tawaf. It's sunnah. Right? But also at the same time, you get to do Umrah. So you combine. So your intention, nawaitu Tawaf al-Qudum or Tawaf al-Umrah. I intend to make Tawaf Qudum and Umrah at the same time. Only second time also. Right? In Tawaf Qudum, for men, it is sunnah to open the right shoulder. Right? Historically, because when the first time Rasulullah went for Umrah from Medina, people spread the rumors. Hey, Muslims, they are weak, and also they have problem with the skin. Right? So this is like politics. So Rasulullah said, let them see us. Because all the kuffar, kafir was watching in the window, in the hall, and to see. And the story. Before, for that reason, now becomes sunnah. Right? And then after finish Tawaf, you pray 2 rakat in Maqam Ibrahim, and you drink Zamzam, right? You go together, inshallah, and then you say Umrah between Safa and Marwa, like Siti Hajj. So today we will talk about the spiritual thing about this. The next Hajj, inshallah, we talk about the history. Because it's very important that I want you that you go to Hajj, you feel it. When you do Tawaf, right? You said, Allahu Akbar, right? But you don't know the story why, and you don't feel it, like, right? But you know the hadith said, Hajar Aswad Yaminullah, Hajar Aswad, like the right hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Either you kiss it, or you touch it, or you just wave like this. So when you have like this, you don't wave the Hajar Aswad with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah? So, Sa'i, Safa and Marwa 7 times. And after finished, is shaving the head or trim the hair. Right? Which one it is better? To shave right away during Umrah or Hajj? The ulama said we can do both, but better the Hajj. Right? You shaving the head. If you do Hajj the first time, it's good to shave it. The second time is okay if you just want to trim it. Because some Sahaba they shave it, some Sahaba they also they trim it. Yeah? So by the day the Umrah is done. But I want to suggest when you want to shave your hair, you go to the barber. Because people are going to get you and say, brother, and they're going to shave you like chicken. Right? And they're bleeding. We know how long like the knife also. So alhamdulillah, there's many barbers there. They are cheaper, of course. But you ask it to put down the line. Right? So we finish with Umrah. We stay in a hotel. Every time you hear the adhan, you go to the masjid, right? And then on the 8th of the Hijjah, we turn off again our ihram. Where will be our miqat? In our hotel. You are now become like the citizen of Makkah. You don't need to go to the Tan'im. When you go to, if you want to do second Umrah, you have to go to what? Masjid Aisha. But Hajj, you are now, you wearing ihram in your hotel, and you ride the bus, and then you make intention. So you cannot move from your hotel or from the bus before you make intention. And the intention is Allahumma or labbaik Allahumma al-Hajj. Or Allahumma al-Hajja wa ahramtu bihi lillahi ta'ala. Right? So you be in the bus, I'm going to make announcement and then say repeat after me. The sunnah intention is to be by heart. Only Hajj. Hajj sunnah to pronounce. Because maybe you mess up. So mostly the Imam, ask you, please repeat after me. Right? Nawaitul Hajja wa ahramtu bihi lillahi ta'ala. Right? And then starting from there. Yeah? So get to Mina, this look like Mina. Right? So in Mina, you get to stay on the 8th. What we do in Mina? Right? So for somebody come to Mina like 10 o'clock in the morning, we are relaxed there, and then you get to pray Dhuhr, 2 rakat, no combined. And after Dhuhr, you get to have halaqah, a lecture, and then pray Asr. So we have lecture, pray Maghrib, we have lecture, pray Isha, we have lecture, right? Then Fajr, right? Before Fajr Sunnah, you take shower, you wearing ihram, right? And then maybe by 8 or 9 o'clock, right? We are departing from Mina, right? And we have to know also, going to Mina on the 8th is not wajib, it is sunnah, right? You will see people, mostly people from Bangladesh, from Indonesia, they direct from Makkah to Arafat on the 9th, right? But we do this because this is the sunnah of Rasulullah. So follow the sunnah of Rasulullah. He stay in Mina on the 8th. It's like preparation, because tomorrow is the big day, Arafat. So if you are in Makkah, maybe your mind is not really ready, still shopping and all this. But you are in Mina, what do you do? Nothing. All these tents, everybody wearing clothes, you just make your. So inshallah, when you go to Arafat, spiritually you are prepared. That's the reason why Rasulullah asked us to go to Mina first. Right? So now you're wearing ihram. You're still wearing ihram, you can change your ihram, and you're in Mina, and then you're departing to Arafat and spending the day in Arafat. Arafat time is from Dhuhr until Fajr. From Dhuhr until next Fajr. Right? But the best day, the best time is from Dhuhr until Maghrib. So this is the you have to use as best you can all this time. Dhuhr until Maghrib. Right? So therefore, when you come to Arafat early, just sleep, take rest, and be careful with the food you eat. Not too much eat spices, right? Because you go to restroom, not like here. Like you go to restroom if when you are in a hurry, you are urgent, you have to right? So therefore, you don't want that. This is the very important time. You spend too much to go to restroom, right? So we have to prepare. We'll talk about the what preparation we need. And so from Dhuhr until Maghrib. And try as best you can, don't leave Arafat before sunset. Because some people sometimes they are busy packing and all this. This is the best moment that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala call the angel and ask, look now. And then when sunset, we leave. It is sunnah, not pray Maghrib in Arafat, pray Maghrib in Muzdalifah. So after Maghrib, we are ready, we are in the bus, where we go. So we are counted 10, because Islamic calendar starts from Maghrib, right? So all night of the Hijjah, we are in Arafat. Now we come at night, Maghrib is 10 of the Hijjah. And we're going when? To Muzdalifah. This is the day of Eid tomorrow, the night of Eid. Right? So therefore you can say, Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik, Labbaik la sharika labbaik, atau Allahu Akbar, Allahu Takbir. Right? So when you arrive in Muzdalifah, the first thing you do, you pray Maghrib, 3 rakat, and then Isha. You can pray with your then. And then looking forward, the stone. Right? Alhamdulillah, now they provided is a good place, you can find the stone. Right? You can find stone anywhere, but it's the best to go there, because tomorrow you get what? To do the stone. Look like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it like you are like military. Like at night, you prepare with the weapon, with the bullet. Right? The shaitan didn't see that. Right? And then you go to for the stoning. So we stay here until midnight. Right? You can stay after Fajr also. but mostly our group, we will leave after midnight. And then we go to the stoning of Jamarat al-Aqaba, right? Then we go. And this is very difficult sometimes. So therefore, mostly, we change the route in our group. So after finish from Muzdalifah, we're going to ride the bus. The bus will bring us to Makkah. We go to our hotels, right? You know, where we let people do, and then we go to Tawaf, right? This is called, we talk about that inshallah. We call Tawaful Ifadah. This is the wajib Tawaf. If you ask me, said, you know, every time in ibadah they call pillars. What pillar means? Yeah, we call arkan. Pillar means if you don't do it, that means your ibadah is invalid. Like in salat, stand up is pillar. If you ever stand up, you cannot sit down. Say Allahu Akbar is a pillar. But raising the hand is not pillar. Right? And then you read after that, Wajjahtu wajhi, or Subhanakallah, bihamdika, all is not pillar, it's sunnah. Right? And then reading Fatiha is what? A pillar, right? Reading Surah, not pillar. Okay? Hajj, basically two pillars. Very important. You cannot miss it. What's that? Arafat and Tawaf Ifadah. What means pillar? That means because the others, if you don't do it, you can do it by, you can pay down, extinction. But you cannot pay down for Arafat, you cannot pay down for Tawaf Ifadah. So therefore, when the system, you have to be careful, right? You have to have, if you know this, your period will come this day, so you have to talk to my wife, and she will give the medicine, right? Because you don't want to ruin your heart, because long time ago, people, 3 months, like from Indonesia, 40 days, so you can wait until day. But now, it's difficult. You have to leave Makkah certain day. Yeah? Tawaf Ifadah is the same, right? 7 times, right? So inshallah, the next high training, we talk about Tawaf, step by step, what you read in between, right? Not just general. So after Tawaf, and then Sa'i, of course, and then we return to Mina. So mostly what we do like this. We do from Muzdalifah, we go to Makkah, Tawaf Ifadah, Sa'i, we go to our hotel, we take rest. Then after Asar, we go to Jamarat, and we do the stoning. On that day, only we stone once Jamarat. They call Jamarat al-Aqaba. There's no here, no here. You can see also the police will surrounding this stone. Right? 7 times. 7 times. And then we leave and we go back to Mina. Right? In Mina, so we stay on 11 and 12 in Mina. What you do this year? The same, just pray 5 minutes there, and then we go stoning. Stoning on 11, 3 stone, we treat about all of them. So we go, the small one, this come from Mina, and after the small one, we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because dua in that area also maqbool, and then we go the second one, and the third one. And then we go back to Mina and do the same again. And the next day on 12, we do here, here, and here. And after that, we go back to Makkah. But if you are in Maghrib time, you're still in this area, you have to stone the next day. Right? And the Quran said, فَمَنْ تَعَجَّلَ فِي يَوْمَيْنِ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ وَمَنْ تَأَخَّرَ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ. You can spend 2 days for stoning, or you can spend what? 3 days. But most people from America, from Europe, they only 2 days. From other countries who stay for 40 days, they mostly stay until the next day, until they finish. Alright? So then, by that, then we only have one thing called Tawaful Wada. Tawaful Wada, according to different madhahib, different opinion, Shafi'i called Sunnah, Mu'akkada. Hanafi called is Wajib. Right? That means, but this one Wajib, if you miss it, you can pay down. Right? So if for Shafi'i, this is very good something. You know, that sometimes said, the different opinion is Rahmah, because if you are Shafi'i, for example, and according to Shafi'i, if you touch your wife, break your wudu. It's difficult. You stick with Shafi'i, right? So you can join or follow another madhab. But also at the same time, you are Hanafi, for example, so your wife suddenly have period, that's okay. It's a sunnah. Consider, right? Yeah. What's the animal the Hanafi is not to eat? The fish, what do you call it?
Shrimp.
Shrimp. So the brother, he likes shrimp, but he's Hanafi. And one day he was eating shrimp. Hey brother, I'm Hanafi, but for shrimp I'm Shafi'i. So miqat, this is about miqat. Miqat means the limit. You cannot pass the miqat unless you are wearing ihram and make intention, right? Okay, where our miqat will be? Bilal, right? Or they call what you call Dhul Hunayfa. There's masjid there. It's about 450 kilometers. And then this is a type of ihram. For women, any type, but it's good if you have white, right, during the time. And this is very interesting now. You know, alhamdulillah, in Hajj, there is nothing recitation that you must read. You can read whatever you want. Tawaf, for example, you can say Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah. Say Rabbana atina. Whatever you memorize, whatever you can read the book, you can just the Quran. Yasin wal Quran Hakim. The same as Sa'i, right? So there's nothing. So therefore, don't worry. You know, you come with us, we have Imam who will lead you. But this is the only recitation you have to read it. At least one. This is wajib. Right? Let's say after me, inshallah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Innal hamda wan ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. When the Prophet, his companion, was leaving Medina, and they're reading all this, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, Jibril came. Said, Muhammad, ask them to raise their voice. And they raised their voice. And then Rasulullah asked Jibril why. He said, there's no rock, no trees. They hear your tarbiyah, actually become weakness in their intelligence. So more your voice rise, more trees, more rock can hear you. Right? Yeah. Inshallah, next week we're going to describe the wisdom behind this recitation. Right? Hajar Aswad. After Ibrahim built the Kaaba, right? Allah asked Ibrahim to find different type of stone, because people, how you start the tawaf. Ibrahim looking for this different type of stone for 1 week, he couldn't find. Allah tested. He said to Ismail, let me look again today. If you didn't find, you can ask Allah. Ibrahim did in Ismail, then Jibril came. And Jibril brought Hajar Aswad. Hajar Aswad is a stone from Jannah. Right? When the Prophet put it, and like they have a shining. You can see on that time sign. That's the hadith. But after that, after when the people start do shirk, you know, people, they making tawaf and naked and all this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turn off the light. In the hadith said one day, people will see again that light for the last time. Then Allah will leave the Kaaba. And we were going to make tawaf and no more Kaaba. That's the day judgment come. Right? So Hajar Aswad, is have significant. One time Umar bin Khattab began to kiss, and you are nothing only a stone. If the Prophet did not kiss you, I will not kiss you. Ali was behind him. Said Umar, no. Right? It's not only a stone. This is a stone will become witness and day judgment. When people go to hellfire, Hajar Aswad will become witness. Like Quran comes, they said, Allah, don't put him in hellfire. He came to your house. He touched me, or he kissed me, or he wiped me. Right? It is not easy because during the Hajj it will be crowded. You won't be close to Hajar Aswad. You will be far away from Hajar. How do we know that you are exactly? Right? Because you have to start like it. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Right? How do you know? Look at the right side. You see green light. So very green light is to be exactly. You will see people you don't know. You will start from here. Oh, you something pass by. Right? So the same with Sa'i, the same with the Tawaf, there's green light, give a sign that you are now exactly in the direction of Hajar Aswad. Yeah. So what's down mean?
Flying.
Salatul Warnain. Anytime you violate the what you call it? Dam is not Qurbani. Qurban is regular. Qurban can do it here, but Dam have to do it in Haram. Have to slaughter there. Yeah. And water Zamzam, this is a long time ago, right? It is sunnah before you do Tawaf, Sa'i, to drink water Zamzam. And to make intention, Allah give me power, give me ability. Right? And remember that water Zamzam is not like regular water. You know the taste of water Zamzam, which one is the more delicious? Is fresh water or Zamzam? No, this one. In Islam, it is not good to do israf, to drink too much, to eat too much. Only Zamzam. The Prophet said, Hatta yatadalla. You can because Zamzam, Allah wanted to drink it, not to enjoy it for ibadah. To drink it for ibadah. The Prophet said, Ma'u Zamzama lima shuriba lahu. The water of Zamzam is depend on what your intention. Right? Like Ibn Abbas, when he read Zamzam, right? He said, Rabbi zidni ilma. That's what he asked. Rabbi zidni ilma. Allah increase me in knowledge. Warzuqni rizqan kathira. Give me more rizqi. Wa shifaan min kulli da'. And cured from all sickness. I have many stories that people was cured with Zamzam. Before, I always mention story about someone I didn't know them. But it happened also in our group. His brother from his Kurdish, right? He lived in Redmond. So the first doctor said, you have cancer, you need a therapy. So he called me, would like to join Umrah. And doctor said, you cannot go. I said, nah, I'm going to die, right? Yeah. Better die over there. So he went with us, Umrah. But after Umrah, he went to doctor. Doctor said, you are better now. Still have cancer. Wow. Then he called me again, join for Hajj. The next year. Went Hajj. And after Hajj, he went to doctor again. Doctor is checked 3 times. I said, what did you do, man? I know. And he drinks Zamzam a lot with water, with power. And then the doctor said, man, when you go there, give me the Zamzam, that water. Give me water. Yeah? It's very important that every time you drink, it becomes.
Okay, what you got is this one. Is this to put your shoes. Because when you go to the masjid, you don't want to put your shoes in the shoe rack and then you cannot find it when you go out. Okay, and a lot of those too, so you have to put it in here and carry it with you. And this one is to recognize our group. So all of us have to wear this during tawaf, sa'i, so we can recognize each other. And this one is to put in your luggage. Okay, this one is to put in check-in luggage. So like I suggest, if you don't need to bring a lot of stuff from here, just bring one luggage. Okay, and then you can buy the luggage from there. It's not, it's only cost about cheaper from compared to here. Because over there the luggage, and don't buy the expensive luggage. Because like they throw it and all the stuff, and you find your luggage is real and all the stuff. So just buy not too expensive luggage. Okay. Okay.
What's the difference between
all the same? It's just, when you check in luggage from here, it's better to put, if you can put this one, or you can put the duct tape, put it Hajj. So they know that this is the luggage to go for Hajj. Because sometimes, like, a lot of people lost luggage because, the airline sometimes don't know that the luggage is for Hajj. For right now, this is what we have. You can just put, okay? Yes.
We'll bring it extra. Yeah, it's very important because people who carry the luggage, sometimes they're lazy, but in jihad they will automatically.
This is for the book. You have the book. Yeah. And we will give you the ID card. Inshallah, the next one will your passport, inshallah. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, now we talk about very important restriction of ihram. So after wearing ihram and after you make intention, so therefore why, when you make ihram, this restriction not implement yet. This is when you say make intention, now way to Umrah or now way to Hajj, then you have to implement all this. Number one, sexual intercourse and all matters leading to it. Right? Committing sin that cause a man to deviate from part of obedience to Allah SWT, like doing shirk. Because some people sometimes, one day I was told, brother, just pick up the stone from Arafat. He said, Jima, this is like holy, and bring it. I said, brother, this way. We don't believe that. Or sometimes they in Kaaba, they take took some of clothes and wiped it this, and then bring home and believe it's something that, and this is also very dangerous. Disputing, arguing, or fighting with companion or servant, or this is also the most difficult parts. Because sometimes I'm sorry, when you are asleep in Mina, like sardine, everybody just, maybe people next to you were snoring. Then you forget, oh man, it's crazy. Or you are in the even the hotel or something. You need to go to restroom, somebody take too long, I think. Hey brother! And you are and all this. Many things this could happen, right? So we have to restrict yourself from them. This is wearing any sewn clothes such as a shirt, hooded, robes, cloth, underpants. Right? Underpants is if people have some problem leaking from menstruation, so you can use a big diaper. Or clothes dyed with nice perfume, shoes. So this is called of the shoes that not allowed for men. This is okay, like this one. Or you can also someone is appear on the back. So the important is the toes and the ankle have to be open, right, for the shoes. For women, you can wear all this, right? But she is forbidden to use perfume or a vial that cover the face. So if some women that used to wearing niqab during the Hajj, they're not allowed to cover their face, right? So basically, in summary, the ihram of man is in the head. You cannot cover your head. And it's very dangerous something, because some people used to say cover everything. So sometimes at night, I have to be busy and cover their head on the mina. You know, the ihram, you know, right? Or sometimes people wearing kufi. I used to work as a student helping Islamic from Indonesia. So people sometimes because used to wearing kufi, and everyone ihram is still wearing kufi. So you have to remind them. For women, basically the ihram is face and hand, your arm, your palms. That's the ihram of the woman, right? So you can wear gloves during the ihram. Forbidden to clipping nails. It is not easy, because some people sometimes they have habit, like, right? And then during Hajj you have to be careful. So you must sometimes even do two something, right? Shaving or cutting or removing hair by any means from the head or any part of the body. I'm sorry, some men sometimes they like to, right? So during Hajj you have to be careful. Using perfume on body or clothes by a man or woman. So you can use the perfume for men especially before the intention. But for women also you can use the odorants, right? Because people sometimes understood that mean you can, because I'm sorry, during the Hajj you came to meet your friends and right? You don't want also that people, bothering people also, same time. Engaging in hunting, you know, we will not do that. But this is because long time ago people used to travel. You know, they pass by the jungle, pass by the people said, oh, right? Contracting a marriage, right? Or acting on behalf of others. You know, in Hajj you meet somebody and said, brother, can you perform nikah for me? Yeah? Or acting as guardian. Maybe my father knows here, can you pass the guardian? So all will break your Hajj. Yeah? Penalty. So if you violated all this section, what the punishment? Any Hajj who violated the above restriction of Ihram, besides sexual intercourse, must slaughter a sheep or feed sick needy. This is not choice. This is like, if you cannot slaughter a lamb, then you feed what? Sick needy. If you cannot, fast 3 days, you know, in Makkah, and then 7 days when you come home. Tilka asharatun kamila. Right? But the last one, that's invalid the Hajj and Umrah. No, what is permitted to MUHRIM? We have MUHRIM and we have MUHRAM. What difference? MUHRIM and MUHRAM. My wife, I am MUHRAM of my wife. That's called MUHRAM. The one you cannot marry. But MUHRIM, when you go Umrah or Hajj and you wearing Ihram, they call what? MUHRIM. Right? During wearing Ihram and you make intention either for Umrah or Hajj, you are what? MUHRIM. So what MUHRIM can do? Taking bath and changing clothes. Because some people have misunderstood. I cannot change my Ihram. It was dirty and smell no good. Right? Yeah, you can change your Ihram. It's good to have two Ihram sometimes. Right? But you have to change it in the restroom. Covering the face like this one, so you need something like doctor give you, right? What do you call it? Mask. Women are allowed to wear shoes. I ask you to wear shoes that easy to walk, right? Don't wear shoes like you get wear when you are married, right? Difficult to walk. Covering the head by mistake for men, right? Because sometimes we are in Arafat, you make dua, it's hot, and you take your ihram and like this.
Maybe use like an umbrella or something.
Umbrella, okay. Umbrella, okay, right? Or you sitting under the shade, okay. But you cannot put something on your head, like head or your ihram, right? Cupping, to take your blood, opening or abscess, pulling a tooth or cutting a vein. Something might be bothering you, it's okay. This is all permitting. Itching in the head and body, but head be slowly is something, right? Looking in the mirror, right? Try to avoid it, but it's not haram, because during Hajj, mostly try to forget your body, right? Don't too much. And I'm sorry, some sisters sometimes, they cannot even, during with lipstick and all, that you go to wedding. No, you have to forget your body on that day. Wearing kohol, kohol, right? In the eyes, it is sunnah.
What's the smelling of sweet basil? What is that?
This is the
Yeah, I know that, but where does that come from?
It's over there. They have, you go to the street, sometimes you forget.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You can do it. Yeah. Wearing belts, this is very important for men. Because you don't have underwear, so you have to really wearing the belt. Yeah. Because I've many stories of people during the stoning, basically. And they married. And then there's Indonesian, and there's people from Yemen told, I said, Hajj, Aib maybe no good. But he called his name Aib. La, Ana Usman. And then when you look at the poem, so he gave his another ihram to him. Right? When you go on the eyes, sitting under the shade of an umbrella or tent or roof, it's okay. I mention this because you will see some pilgrimage from Iran mostly, they forbid even to put, so the riding, you see when riding the bus from Medina to Makkah, and the bus is without roof. Because for them, it's considered you cover the head. Yeah.
Can you have a sunscreen?
Yeah. You see henna, it is sunnah. Aisha radiallahu anha, before she go to for Hajj, she used the henna, right? Killing all these animals, right? But beside this animal, you cannot kill it. So inshallah, in summary, we talk inshallah about that, but I would like to, the next time inshallah, this is the what you call, we talk about the visiting Medina in the next Hajj training inshallah. Physical preparation is very important that you have to exercise from now. Because Hajj, we need power. So therefore it is recommended to go to Hajj when you are still young. Right? Because, yes, if you're old it's okay, but you not really enjoy it. But if you feel that you're not exercising well, you have exercise. You will feel, alhamdulillah, I did exercise. It helped you a lot. Right? At least you walk every day, certain miles. Right? Because you get to do Umrah or Tawaf a lot. Take opportunity, you are there, right? Make a Tawaf a lot. So, and Tawaf need a word, a power. Right? So, general check-ups, you get to doctor, right? And exercise. Right? And then also we have to have mental preparation, is very important. Number one is ikhlas. There's Sheikh, his name, Sheikh al-Hadith, his name al-Munkadir. He said one time in Medina, during Tabi'in. There have been people who met Sahaba before. There was a famine. So everybody, the Imam called for what? For Salatul Istisqa. Everybody was there, but no rain. So the Imam at night, he went to the masjid dark, but he heard a man was making dua. Ya Allah, today people went out and begging, but you don't accept the dua, Ya Allah, please. You know, and he continued to make dua. And suddenly the heavy rain came for 3 days. So the men follow him. Where he lives. Oh, I know he's lived there. He asked neighbor, you know this man? I said, yeah. You want to fix your shoes? The man is what? His job is fixing the shoes. The man is shoes. What do you call it in English?
Shoe repair.
Cover. That's what it is. So this is Imam, Al-Munkar, they're famous. It's okay. The next day, so he came. He said, Assalamu alaikum, salam. Imam, you know him, but Imam, you have provided your shoes. I said, no. He said, I saw you last night. You were in the masjid 2 years ago. And you said this, you're begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And his face became red. Imam, you were there? I said, yes. Please don't tell anybody. Okay. He said, okay. But I want to see you again tomorrow. So he left. The next day Imam came again. He asked the neighbor. I said he left. He said, please say something to Imam, don't ask me. He moved away to shout to him. He don't want anybody knowing. If now people take opportunity, hey, my dua accepted, everything become business now. That's how he's sincere. He don't want. They will always want to accept his dua. It's so sincere. So during Hajj is very important to make sure your mouth not too much. Because sometimes you finish, oh brother, today I make 3 Umrah. Today Tawaf, I stay in the masjid. So you mention it. And you forget that you are to be sincere. If somebody asks, it's okay, right? So to keep sincerity is not easy, right? So we have to have preparation, okay, right? Second one is the patient, sabar, right?
I heard before people they say some people steal something from your body or something.
Yeah.
What
So don't bring green card, don't bring something that's valuable, even during tawaf. The special group, they are very smart. Sometimes they try to fall down, you try to help them, and the others, they do. But not a lot, but always be careful. Don't bring something that's valuable.
So you got to catch them or no? Just let them go.
Just tell the police.
Tell police?
Yeah. Well, if you find them, you can catch him and bring it to the police. Yeah.
So you don't have to carry a passport on you the whole time?
Yeah, the passport, very good question. The passport, you will not see the passport unless when you arrive and then when you leave. They will take care of our passport. Not allow any Hajj to carry passport. Yeah, so therefore we get to give you a certain ID, special ID during the Hajj time. So you will see passport when you go back again.
How about a copy of the passport?
Yeah, you have to have copy. So don't forget to make copy of passport or also copy of the visa. Always make 2, 3. So something you need it, right? You go to the bank and all this, something you need a copy.
How about the luggage? When we move from Makkah to Medina, so what are we going to do with that?
Luggage will be in the bus.
In the bus?
Yeah. You put together everything there. Yeah. Ta'awun have another, it's very important that during Hajj, not focus only to tawaf, but also there's many good deeds may be greater than other ritual things, like helping the others. One time I saw a sister, he going to ride the bus, he was carrying heavy things, the bus is moving a little bit. And the brother just like this. And you see the sister, something helping, one time Ibn Abbas, in the last time of Ramadan, he was sitting in the front of Hajar Aswad. He got a good spot. Somebody whispered and stood up. His friend Ibn Abbas, why are you going? This man need my help. You get to leave all this good spot. This last time of Ramadan. I said, yes. Because the Prophet said, Man masha fi hajati akhi. Whoever walked just to fulfill the need of the brothers is better than itikaf 1 month in Masjid Haram. Itikaf 1 night, Allah make distance between you and you're in the hellfire, like distance between east and the west. But helping your brother, more than that. Right? So therefore, you are in Mina and Arafat, try to be one to serve people. Right? Not let people serve you. Right? So, by something I make announcements. Everyone want to serve for dinner. Is it me? And you serve the others. Right? Husnul khuluq, good conduct, very important. Always smiling. You know you are tired, but still smiling. See brothers, and try to shake hands somebody you never met him, like from Russia, from China. If when you going to talk with the sign language, they are happy. China, thank you. They are happy when I have brother before, he have a white umbrella. Right? Every time he meets someone from other country, he asks him to send his name. Almost he get 100 from different countries in his umbrella. Yeah? Yeah. And the last one is that make sure that what you bring is halal. Because in the hadith there is a man was with Rasulullah, it's Sahabi. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Prophet said, La labbaik wa la sa'dik. No labbaik for you. The other companion said, Rasulullah, said how Allah will accept his dua. His food from haram, his clothes from haram, everything from haram. Right? So make sure everything you bring is halal. And the last one, inshallah, don't forget that before you leave, to give a charity. Sadaqah. Because sadaqah tanfa'ul bala. Sadaqah prevent you from the calamity of bala. Right? So inshallah, I give you about 2-3 minutes. If any question, yes.
Leave from Hajj or leave to Hajj? Charity gives
We go to Hajj before you leave. Right? Yeah, it is good before you leave to. And also during you are in Makkah, Medina, try to bring like 5 riyal, 10 riyal. On the way you go to the masjid, you will find a lot of people, the cleaners, all this. They are from Pakistan, from Indonesia, from Bangladesh, from different countries. And their salary is not good, and they are family. But they are happy because they serve Masjid Haram. But you give them 10 riyal on the way there. Yeah. And also remember that everything we do in the Haram, all in word multiply. Right? But at the same time also, if you commit sin, the punishment also multiply. Yeah. Another question?
And tawaf, the tawaf, do we have to go to group or one?
Yeah, we will group. So mostly alhamdulillah we organize good. We have our staff also, and mostly women in the middle, and all men surrounding the woman. And we do talk together. So, yeah.
just the true tawaf that you know,
Yeah, the tawaf of Umrah and tawaf of Hajj.
if somebody wants to talk more
Yeah, we just mostly make announcement. Anybody wants to do Umrah tonight, for example, people something we have group, right? And then we just go down and you will see bus to bring there. It's easy. So.
Isn't it a 3 tawaf? The favorite tawaf too?
Yeah.
So mostly we have you get to do 3 tawaf,
Yeah.
right? Tawaf for Umrah, tawaf ifadah, and tawaf wada. That's the basic thing.
How about
But the tawaf sunnah, you don't need to worry around. Anytime you go to masjid, you make tawaf. You tawaf, pray 2 rakat Maqam Ibrahim, that's it. And it's good at night time mostly. And do not do tawaf before salah, after salah. Always so crowded. So you have to do it before salah because they squeeze already, people will sit down already. So the area for tawaf becomes small. After salah, everybody was jumping. So mostly 1 hour, 2 hours for salat, after salat, that's the good time to make tawaf.
Do you wear ihram for the last tawaf too?
No.
It's just the first two.
Yeah, so wearing ihram do only what? Tawaf for Umrah, right? And tawaf for Hajj. The rest is no more ihram.
Two Umrah.
Yeah. Yes.
But if you do Umrah for somebody else, you still wear the ihram and you...
Yes, you have to do. You go to Masjid Aisha and you're wearing ihram for somebody else. Yeah. Yes.
Are the hotels is already booked, those two hotels, or they're tentatively? The Hotel Rove and in Makkah and Medina, the accommodation is already,
Yeah, already finished, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Now it's very restriction, so we cannot have visa unless we already pay for the hotel, Makkah and Medina. Then you give the visa. It's guaranteed. So, yes.
What about the dua from Umrah?
Yeah, so inshallah in the next Hajj training, right, what is Sunnah, for example, from Hajar Aswad to Hijr Ismail, what dua Sunnah? Hijr Ismail to Maqam Ibrahim, to Rukun Yamani, what is Sunnah? Rukun Yamani is what is Sunnah, what read? That's the Sunnah. I give you guideline and give you what the reading that you know you need to know.
Yes.
Right, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Are we going to have a safe in the hotel? For money safe?
Safe book? Yeah, you have safe.
Not a safe book, I mean a place where to put your money and stuff.
Yeah. We have in
For the
hotel.
bar country.
Yeah, hello.
Okay. And for currency exchange, you recommend to exchange here or in Saudi Arabia?
In Saudi Arabia, you go to, in our hotel, go down, there's exchange money there. No. Yes.
How long it takes to one tawaf? Like how many minutes?
One tawaf, maybe 1 hour, 1 hour and a half.
7 tawaf means 7 hours?
No, the hall. Yeah, the hall. And maybe less, it depends on how Makkah is. But alhamdulillah, now they're extending the area of tawaf. It is here. Yeah. So inshallah, see you next week, yes?
So, on the currency exchange,
What?
Not next week, next.
The following week.
I was there at the Umrah, and there are certain banks in the US who don't charge ATM fee. And if you use those, the debit cards that is, and if you use those debit cards at the ATM, you get the exchange right away. So you don't have to carry all the cash with you in dollars. If you have an ATM card that does not charge for the exchange rate, the foreign transaction, etc. Capital One checking accounts, it's available online. They don't charge, there are a number of others. So check with your bank and see if there is no debit fee for your card. And the advantage is that you don't have to carry all the cash with you. You can just use the card and get the real there instead of the dollar from the ATM machine.
Yes, but also it is a good idea, but also don't bring cash also, because sometimes during the Hajj you have to line up just for to empty ATM, always everything will be crowded. Yeah.
And for the exchange, is the same price in the hotel or in the bank or outside?
Mostly yes, same price. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, hamdan yuwafi ni'amahu ya Rabbana laka alhamdu kama yanbaghi lijalaali wajhika wa li sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa qina adhaban nar. Allahumma ballighna baytika al-haram wa ziyarata rasulika al-'azam salimina ghanimin. Allahumma ij'al hajjana hajjan mabrura wa sa'yan mashkura wa dhanban maghfura wa 'amalan salihan mutaqabbala. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين. So almost check your email because my wife started to